President and CEO of African Americans in Gerontology. First, before we know where we're going, we have to know where we've been. And so I'd like to give you a little bit of background information on African Americans in Gerontology. African Americans in Gerontology is a national nonprofit organization designed to provide guidance, professional development opportunities, encourage networking, and promote community activism for African American professionals and students in the field of gerontology in order to improve the quality of life of African American elderly. Were established in early 2009. The two programs that we have that are recognized nationally are Reverence Day, which was established on August 1st. Right now we have 15 states that acknowledge Reverence Day, and Reverence Day is also known as Honoring Elderly African Americans Day. When looking at a calendar, we see all of the people who are recognized, Dr. Martin Luther King, we have President's Day, so on and so forth, but there is nothing that says thank you to our regular citizens who have contributed a lot to this country, and so that's what Reverence Day is. We also have Jeffrey Nicholson Day. Jeffrey Nicholson was one of the people who supported African Americans in gerontology since it began. He actually passed away a few years ago, and his goal was that he wanted to work with us and actually do some entertainment in different aging facilities. And so Jeffrey Nicholson Day is on the 22nd of February every year. What we do on that day is we have intergeneration activity through the arts, because that's what Jeffrey would have wanted. And so, when you look in your program, you see that there is the Journal of African American Gerontology. That is what this program is listed under. And how interesting things change over the course of a year. It actually did start off as a journal. The question I get the most is, where is research about African Americans? I get a lot of phone calls and emails from students. And my response is, I don't know, which is never a good thing to say. And so, this time last year at ASA, we actually had a meeting with the publishing company to discuss the possibility of having the Journal of African American Gerontology. Well, during that time, since between last conference and this conference, that proposal was rejected. Not once, but twice. And so, one of the main reasons was because we weren't able to contribute, or they thought that we weren't able to contribute as a smaller organization. And so, my bright idea was to write a grant, because that's not something that I'm skilled at. So the basic part of my NDL project was to simply write a grant, was to acquire the skills to write a grant, to be able to bring something to the table so that the next proposal I submitted wouldn't be rejected. And so out of all of this training came the Resource Center for Aging African Americans. And what I want this to be is a one-stop shop for all of the research that's being done on African Americans. To have a journal requires new research and so on and so forth, but how would we get access to the information that's already been done? So we contacted APSCO Publishing, their academic publishing company, and they house social gerontology and then journals specifically about African Americans. And so the cost of that, to have it for about a year, would be $4,000. Well, that's a lot easier than starting something from the ground up, and you have access to information that you don't have to beg people for when you get an article. And so, during the process of writing the grant, we took a class through JVA Consulting, which is a capacity building organization in Denver, Colorado, and they have a class called Write a Grant in a Day. The person who led the class is Lisa Curricullo, and she's actually one of the developers of the Colorado Common Grant. And so it was nice to be able to sit down and have somebody explain, what does this question mean? What does this question mean? How should I answer that in a non-threatening environment? And so we took the Write a Grant in a Day class, and which is also a capacity building tool. And so it gave us some insight into the organization and what we need to do and what we need to fix, also in order not to have other projects and proposals rejected. And so that was my project, was to write a grant. We are going to hopefully be launching the Resource Center for African American Aging on our website within the next 6 months. Crossing our fingers, because we were submitting grants that we hope will not be rejected. And we want to thank Southwest Airlines because they are a sponsor. I want to thank Walmart. I also have the pleasure of having my local mentor here, who's in the back, Mr. Eugene Varela of AARP, the American Society on Aging, and the New Ventures and Leadership program for allowing me to be here and to present to you on this wonderful day.